Hello everyone. A very good evening. Welcome to Oliveboard. My name is Varsha Ma'am, and this is our very important session. And here we have to do January 2026 compilation. Okay, and this session is very important for upcoming NABARD Grade A examinations, right? So the students who are there in the class, please let me know that the voice is okay and the screen is also clearly visible to you. So as always, what we do, like whenever we have to do the current affair compilation, we do it with the help of MCQs, right? Because detailed current affairs we had already covered, like on every Friday at 6 p.m. we are having the weekly current affairs sessions. So you guys can go through the weekly current affairs sessions to get a complete informations and the details of the current affairs happened in the last month of January 2026. And here we have to go ahead with the MCQs to revise all the current affair events. Okay, so let's start our discussion. Let's go ahead. Give me a second, please. Yeah. So before going ahead, aspirants, you can have the application of Oliveboard, right? So that you will get the PDFs of our YouTube classes. Plus, with this application, you can do your preparations for different competitive examinations. Courses are available here and you will get the best guidance for your preparations from the application of Oliveboard. And this is a complete course of NABARD Grade A 2026, right? With this, you will be provided with books also. Be the part of this course, and that's how you can do your preparations with us, okay? So let's do the questions related to the current affairs of January 2026 and let me clear, these questions are based upon the portions of agriculture and rural development primarily. Okay, so let's discuss. And if I talk about the total current affair events of the last month, so there was very limited current affair events of the last month. Okay, so I'll cover all the questions with the help of the MCQs here, right? So first question is there on the screen. Indigenous fish species are those which, okay, when you will say that this particular fish species is indigenous, options are imported for aquaculture diversification, have evolved and adapted to specific geographical regions, are genetically modified species, are used only for ornamental purposes. Yeah. So Shejik had given the answer. What about others? I expect every one of you to give the answer. As this is an MCQ session, so I can expect now, like most of the students will give the answer to the question. Yeah. Yes. Yes, Arshi is saying B. Yes, Sejik is saying B. Ashish, yeah. See, whenever we use the term indigenous, that is related with something which is native to a particular geographical regions. Okay, so indigenous fish species because recently we had targeted that we need to develop the indigenous fish species in our water bodies, whether they are the marine fishes or the inland fishes. Okay, the right answer, yeah, absolutely correct. B is the right answer for the question. They are those that have evolved and adapted to local aquatic ecosystems and geographical regions, and they play a very important role there, ecological role as well as economic role also. Second question is as per ICAR NBFGR, how many indigenous freshwater fish species have been identified in India? And this data is related to as per January 2026. As per January 2026, how many indigenous freshwater fish species have been identified in India? And this data is released by ICAR NBFGR. And you also have to tell me the full form of NBFGR plus where the headquarter of NBFGR. Options are 394, 917, 1548, or 2800. The, the particular topic we had already covered in our theory classes. Okay. The right answer for the question theory classes means to say the weekly current affairs sessions. Yeah. Any idea about this question? The students who are there in the class, please tell what should be the right answer for the question. No idea? Yeah, and like today I have added the question number also. So while answering, while giving your answers, you can mention the question number also, so that I'll be able to know like for which question you are answering. Okay, you guys are saying D. Okay, let me tell you the right answer will be option number B, that is 917. Okay, and this NBFGR is National Bureau of Fish Genetic Resources. And where it is located? It is located in Lucknow, India. Okay, so out of over 2,800 indigenous fish and shellfish species, 917 species belong to fresh water ecosystem. Okay, so in one part your answer is correct, Sejik, but if I go ahead, there is we I'm asking about the freshwater fish species. In total, they are 2,800, but the number of freshwater fish species, like the fishes which are found in the freshwater, it's only 917. Okay, so do read the question carefully before answering it, right? So it will help you, like doing the mistakes during the sessions, during these sessions will help you to recall the things during the final examination, right? Question number three is there, and it is about which of the following contributes more than 3 by 4th of India's freshwater aquaculture production? See, aquaculture word is mentioned. So whenever we are mentioning the aquaculture, we are not talking about only fishes. We are including all the aquatic animals. We are talking about all the aquatic animals here. Okay, like it can include the fin fishes, it can include the shell fishes as well. So question is, which of the following contributes more than 3/4 of India's freshwater aquaculture production? Options are exotic shrimps, marine fishes, Indian major carps, or cold water fishes. Yeah. For question number third, the right answer is Indian major carps. Okay, so they are contributing to more than 3/4 of the total freshwater aquaculture production of India. So Indian major carps includes the rohu fish, katla is included here. Okay, kalbasu is included here. So all such fishes are included under the Indian major carps. Okay, the right answer is option number C. Very good, Lakshman Sejok, your answer is correct. Very good, right? So they are contributing like more than 75% of freshwater aquaculture production in India. Right now, question number fourth is there, in brackish water aquaculture, bulk of current production is dominated by brackish water, you know, okay, the water bodies which are having the mixture of fresh water and saline water. Okay, like basically when we talk about the backwaters, when we talk about the it's a backwater, estuaries, lagoons. So they are having the brackish water in it. You have to tell which of the following is found in bulk in these brackish water aquaculture. It is Penis monodon, Penis indicus, Penis vename, it is Pineus, it is Macrobrachium rosenbergi. If you had attended that particular theory class, so you guys can answer it accurately because I had explained all the things in detail. The first lecture that covered the current affairs of the first week of January 2025, it is very important because there are so many important data and the points mentioned. Please go through the PDFs once again. Okay. And the right answer for the question is it is Pineus vename. Okay, C is the right answer for the question. And they are the exotic shrimp species. Okay. Although the contribution from the indigenous species is there, but that is very limited. The contribution by this exotic shrimp species is very high in the brackish water aquaculture. Exotic shrimp contribution is of high level. Okay, so C is the right answer for question number fourth. Fifth question is there. Which of the following indigenous species have been prioritized under the Swadeshi in Blue Revolution initiative? So, on which we are focusing more? It is common carp, it is olive barb, it is tilapia, or it is silver carp. A, B, C, or D? Yes, Arshi, what is the right answer? Sejek, Arshi, Lakshman. Ashish, and other students, please give the right answer for question number 5th. Which of the following indigenous species have been prioritized under the Swadeshi? Okay, I'm not mentioning we are talking about fishes or fresh fishes, marine fishes. It's simply the you have to tell aquatic species. Okay, that is contributing majorly in Swadeshi in Blue Revolution Initiative, and it is olive bark. The right answer will be option number B, that is Sismotus serrana is one of the prioritized indigenous species based on economic relevance and regional import. Please go through the notes. The right answer is option number B. Very good. Okay, I expect everyone to answer, right? The right answer for question number 5 is option number B, olive bark. Next is which scheme is a comprehensive flagship program for fishery sector developmental in India? It is PMFBY. You have to give the full form of all the options. Okay. Full form of all the options mentioned here, let me tell. So first is Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Second is Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana. Or it is Kisan Samman Nidhi, we can Krishi Sinchai Yojana specifically. Kisan, the name of Kisan Samman Nidhi is Kisan, PM Kisan. It is Krishi Sinchai Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, or Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. Yeah. For the sixth question, it's so direct. Okay, the right answer will be option number C. I'm again telling you the full forms of all the options here. Arshi, very good. I'm again telling you the full forms of all the options. Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, or Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. Okay, the right answer will be option number C. Okay, and that is mainly related with the productivity enhancement, species diversification, and sustainable fisheries growth. So this is a comprehensive flagship program for the development of fisheries sector particularly. Okay. Next is Nucleus Breeding Center, that NBCs under Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana has been approved for freshwater species at. So where it is approved that we are now going on establishing a nucleus breeding center, it is at ICAR CMFRI Kochi, ICAR SIFA Bhubaneswar, ICAR NBFGR Lucknow, or ICAR CIFE Mumbai. Yeah. So where we are about to, and this is for fresh water. Please look at this. Like we are talking about a nucleus breeding center for freshwater fish species. Okay, so your answer will be related with the fresh water. Yeah. Right answer for question number 7 is so for fresh water, that is Central Institute for Freshwater Fisheries, and that will be at Bhubaneswar, CIFA Bhubaneswar. Okay, so option number B will be the right answer for seventh question. B is the right answer, and that is for freshwater aquaculture. Where if I talk about marine nucleus breeding center, so that is at ICR CMFRI, that is in Mandap, that is in Kochi. Okay, chalo. Which state hosts the murals production cluster notified by the Department of Fisheries? Okay. So whenever we talk about the fish culture, we talk about the fin fisheries and shell fisheries both. And there we talk about the mural production. So recently, in January 2026, a specific production cluster was notified. You have to tell which state hosts it. Odisha, Tripura, Telangana, or Manipur. Yeah. It was not in Kochi, Arshi. It was at Bhubaneswar. Okay, because it was for fresh water. Kochi was for marine water. Okay. For the question number 8 on the screen, right? It is yeah. So recently, mural production cluster. So this state hosts the mural production cluster, and the right answer is Telangana. Okay, so Telangana hosts that mural production cluster that is notified by the Department of Fisheries, and that is to promote indigenous species based aquaculture. Okay, the right answer for question number 8 is option number C. Guys, I'm not receiving your answers, like regular answers. Please mention I'm looking for your comments as well. Yeah. Question number 9 is there. So this is India's first commercial scale tropical Okay, that is RAS based Rainbow Trout Farm has been established in. So where it is established? So it is established at Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Telangana, or Arunachal Pradesh. So recently, this particular measure has taken, and that is for recirculatory aquaculture system. Okay, so with this recirculatory aquaculture system, with the help of this, I'm mentioning here, recirculatory aquaculture system, we can artificially create the conditions. Okay, like the fishes need, suppose the fishes need cold water for their breeding and other such operations. We're artificially creating all these conditions for them for their better growth. Okay, like the fishes need low temperature, so we are developing these conditions in the areas where the temperature is quite high. Okay, so that is for the first time we are doing it, and here it is established in option number C, that is Telangana. Okay, for ninth question, the right answer is option number C, Telangana. Okay, chal. So that is a smart green aquaculture farm with recirculatory aquaculture system. It's located in Telangana, that is providing technologies that can over so that the fishes who are not able to survive in specific water bodies because of the climatic stress, because of the atmospheric conditions not suitable for their growth. Okay? With this recirculatory aquaculture system, we'll able to create the conditions which are suitable for their growth and development. Right? Now, question number 10. Yeah. So the draft pesticide management bill 2025 aims to replace. So recently it is in news. Although this bill is not enacted till now, we are like giving our thoughts to it. Okay, recently it is open for public so that they can give their suggestions related to the bill. Okay, so when this pesticide management bill will be enacted or it will be an act, so which particular act or order it will replace? Okay, is the Essential Commodities Act of 1955, Fertilizer Control Order of 1985, Insecticide Act of 1968, or Seeds Act of 1966? Very important question. Okay, if you are regular in the theory classes, theory current affairs specifically, you will be able to answer it. The right answer for the question is option number C, for sure. Very good. Okay, so if this particular bill will be enacted, it will replace the Insecticide Act of 1968, right? So that's why we are, and its associated rules will also be repealed if this particular bill will be enacted. Now, question number 11 is there for you. It's about the share of processed food products in India's agri-food export increased from 13.7% in the year 2014-15 to what level in 2024-20? Okay, so this is a data-based question, right? In the year 2014-15, the share of processed food exports in India agri-food export was only 13.5%, 13.7%, and now it has increased. You have to tell till which percentage it has increased: 18.2%, 19.5%, 20.4%, or 20.1%. Yeah. So for question number 11, hmm, it is 20.4%. So it has increased to 20.4%. Right? So as per the year end review, so recently the Ministry of Food Processing Industries has released the year end review. And as per this, it is observed that like in the last 10 years, okay, the share of processed food exports, earlier it was 13.7% only, and now it has increased to 20.4%. Okay, now another question. Chalo, let us know about another question for you on the screen. So question is about, yeah, the another question is about food processing sector shares in total registered or organized manufacturing employments as per ASI 2023-24. Because of this survey, what's the value of food processing sector share in total registered or organized manufacturing employments? How much? It is 8.45%, 10.12%, 11.60%, 12.83%, 3%. Like how much employment is provided in this sector? Yeah, chalo. The right answer for the question will be question number 12. It is option number D. Okay, so this particular food processing sector is providing employment opportunities to 12.83%. Okay. So that making it one of the largest organized manufacturing employees. So these are the organized manufacturing employees. Right. In 2025, approximately what percentage of India's total fertilizer requirement was met through domestic production? Okay, so as like in other sectors and sections, we are working on becoming self reliant. So, similarly, we are also working on becoming self reliant in fertilizer requirements also. Okay, so in the last year, we tried to fulfill our fertilizer requirements by domestic production. And here the question is how much, like what percentage of India's total fertilizer requirement was met through domestic production? It was 58%, 64%, 70%, or 73%. Yeah. The right answer for question number 13 will be how much? It was nearly 73%, and that is a commendable thing. Like our Atmanirbhar Bharat projects are working well, and we are now able to fulfill our fertilizer requirements through domestic production only. Okay, so this is an achievement for us, and this is showing that how much Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture input is strengthened now. Right. Question number 14 is there, which of the following weeds is a root parasitic plant posing a major threat to mustard crops in Rajasthan and Haryana? We know that all around us, like whenever we are traveling to Rajasthan or Haryana specifically, we observe that sarso ke khet around the uh, main that roads and around the fields. Okay, so mainly the fields are covered by sarso or the mustard crops. But recently it is observed that there is a root parasitic plant which is attacking our mustard crops, because of which the farmers are about to suffer a lot in their production. Okay, as a question is which particular root parasitic plant we are talking here? It is Striga asiatica, Orobranca, Zeptiaca, Parthenium, Histoporus, or Lintana camara. We had covered it in our current affair, weekly current affair, right? So please tell what is the right answer for question number 14. One of the easy question. Okay, and this the right answer is Orobank Orobank Zaptiaca. Okay, the right answer will be option number B here, that is Margosa. And it's an obligate root parasite. Okay, like it is attacking the roots of the plants. Okay, and causing the severe when root of the plant will be impacted, so definitely the plant will die. All the nutrients will be absorbed by this weed, and that's how the main plant have to suffer a lot of loss. Right? The right answer is option number B. Now, seeds of Orobank Azaptiaca can remain viable in soil for up to. See, weeds, like what's one of the peculiar features of the weed plants are, like if they get extremely like a little bit of the favorable condition only, there also they can thrive, or they can complete, they can cover the whole land area. So that's how whenever we have to do any agriculture practices before going ahead with our operations of soy, seed sowing and other such, we need to use the weedicides or do all the operations to prevent our plants from the weed infestations. But if in case during the intercultural operations or during the intermediate stages, if your crop will be affected by any weed, you need to take proper care so that your main crop will get least of the harm because of the weed. Okay, and if I talk about this particular margosa weed which is impacting our mustard plant, its seeds can remain viable or active in the soil when the favorable conditions are not there. So they can remain active for how many years? This is a question. For 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years. And for your shock and for your surprise, they can remain survive, or they can remain viable for up to 20 years. Okay, and that's how the eradication of these seeds from the main field is not an easy task. Okay, you are doing the crop rotations and other thing, but still these seeds will remain in the field and they will not move out of the field because they can remain viable for nearly 20 years. Like the next time when you will again grow the crop, you can again attack your mustard plants, and that's how your mustard field will be impacted. Okay, yeah, for the 14 question it was B, and for 15 question it is D. Okay, chalo. Moving on, another question. So recently there was a MOU or Memorandum of Understanding was signed. And okay, and that is to strengthen research and innovations in the dairy sector. Okay, so ICAR recently signed a MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with which of the following organization? This organization is related with dairy sector. It is NDRI, it is NDDB, it is NABARD, or it is FSSAI. Yeah. Yes, the students who are there in the class, please tell what is the right answer for the question. 16th question is there on the screen. So recently, Indian Council of for Agriculture Research has signed a MOU with National Dairy Development Board. Okay, and this MOU will be very effective because it will help in strengthening research and innovations in the dairy sector. Okay, and that's how the farmers' dairy productions will be improved. Nirantar platform functions under which ministry? So recently we had a news related to this. And the news is about Nirantar, about this particular platform. There was a discussion. Okay, so you have to tell this is related under which ministry? Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Ministry of Rural Development, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Ministry of Science and Technology. Yeah, the right answer will be yes. Shan is there, Shejuk is there. So for question number 17, the right answer will be hmm, it comes under RC, which should be the right answer. It comes under Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Okay, we had a complete news related. Okay, basically it's a platform or it's a way to integrate easily with all the environment related research institutions, okay, so that they can share their ideas and whatever the new approaches they have to go ahead with, it would be easy to share about. Okay, so that's how this new platform functions, right? Now, India's total fish production in fiscal year 2024-25 stood at, so how much, what's the value for India's total fish production? I think you guys can have this on tip till now because we had covered it so many times. 165.3 lakh tons, 182.6 lakh tons, 197.75 lakh tons, 210.4 lakh tons. Yeah, the right answer for question number 20 will be, but for question number 18 will be, so for 18th question, Arshi is saying C. What about others? Sejek is saying C. For this question, it will be for 18th question, it is option number C, right? So 197.75 lakh tons is the right answer, and this is total fish production for the fiscal year 2024-25, right? So, and it is observed that from the last data of 2013-14, like in the last 10 years, there's an observed increase of 106%. Okay, 106%. So under Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, how many integrated aqua parks have been approved across states? 7, 9, 11, or 15? This is a data-based question. Yeah. How many? So the right answer for the question is total 11 aqua parks are approved. Okay. So among like on different states there is target of establishment of 11 integrated aqua parks. Okay, and the total budget allocation for the establishment of this 11 aqua parks is nearly 682.60 crore rupees. Jharkhand notified PESA rules in January 2026. After how many years of becoming a state? Okay, so recently, Jharkhand has also started following these rules of Panchayat extension to scheduled areas rule. Okay, so the question is, after how many years of becoming the state that the Jharkhand will start following these rules? After 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, or 30 years? Yeah. Question number 20, the right answer is option number C, that is after 25 years. Okay, after 25 years, Jharkhand has decided to implement PESA rules, that is Panchayat Extension to Scheduled Areas Act, Scheduled Tribes or Scheduled Areas Act, that is extending the Gram Sabha based self governance to fifth scheduled areas. Right now, coconut root wilt disease is caused by. Acha, before going ahead, I want to tell, yeah, today I took a session and that was around the union budget. Okay, like ARD takeaways from the union budget. So please go through this particular session, because if I talk about this year union budget, we are targeting to develop the coconuts and main focus upon developing the coconuts. We will be having a scheme related to it soon, okay, that we have to cover. We are targeting to develop the cocoa, cashew nuts, okay, and again for the hilly terrace, we are targeting to develop our almonds. We call it as walnuts and pine nuts. Okay, so these are some certain specifically crops that we will focus this time, right? So please go through all these things, they are important, right? And in the year 2025, if I talk in the phase 2 examination, there was a one question that was around the ec- uh, coconuts agroclimatic zone. Okay, so this topic is very, very important for 2026 NABARD examination. Okay, so whenever I'll mention any extra point while doing the discussions, please highlight it in your notebook, because you have to cover all the angles of the. Okay, so as this year our main focus will be around these crops, so any scheme, any program related to these crops have to be covered well, right? So moving ahead, coconut root wilt disease is caused by which pathogen? It's caused by virus, it's caused by fungi or bacteria or phytoplasma. Yeah. 21 question is there on the screen. What should be the right answer? Yeah, Arshi is saying option number D. What about others? I'm not receiving more responses for the question. So that is caused by phytoplasma. Okay, and that is phytoplasma related. It is impacting the phytoplasm, caused phloem limited disease leading to chronic declines in coconut palms. Okay, and because of this root wilt disease caused by phytoplasma, the we are observing the coconut production is hampered. Okay, it has decreased, right? Which of the following insect vectors is associated with the spread of coconut root wilt disease? So this phytoplasma cannot go directly to the coconut plant. It needs a vector or a carrier agent to transmit it to the coconut plant. So here the question is, which particular insect vector is doing this? It's the Nila Parvata lugens. It is Stepanithis typica. It is Helicoverpa armigera. It is Bemisia tabaki. Yeah. For question number 22, the right answer will be, it is caused by, it is spreaded by, or the vector or the agent that is transmitting this particular disease is, yeah. For 22 question, it is Stephanitis typica. Okay, the right answer is option number B, that is Stephanitis typica, right? And Proustista motesta also. So these are both sap sucking vectors, and they are mainly responsible for the transmission of coconut root wilt disease, which is caused by phytoplasm in general. Okay, chalo. Question number 23 is there. Which statement best explains why coconut root wilt disease is difficult to eradicate? Why we are not able to eradicate it completely? Like what's the problem or the challenges we are facing in this direction? Options are it kills palms rapidly because these root wilt can kill the palm rapidly. That's why we are not able to detect it and like eradicate the crop. It spreads only through soil. Infected palms survive as long-term inoculum sources. No visible symptoms appear. Like, what's the challenge? We're not able to eradicate it. Sorry. Yeah, this is very interesting question because these type of questions actually NABARD is asking on a regular basis, we can say. Because what happened, the plant that are infected, not sure about 20 second, okay, no issues. Huh? I had mentioned, please learn the point. Because once the coconut tree will be impacted by root wilt disease, yeah, they will remain there. Like infected palms survive as long-term inoculum sources, like they will be acting as inoculum sources, okay, where further phytoplasm will multiply, and that's how it is not possible to eradicate it completely. Okay, so option number C is the right answer for the question. Okay, the disease is non-fatal, allowing infected palms to survive and act as continuous source of infection. Question number 24 is there. Yeah. So in the union budget context, but food and fertilizer subsidies together accounts for approximately what percentage of the total budget? Okay, so recently we had the budget allocations for agriculture and allied sector. Last year also there was a budget allocation for agriculture and allied sector. So if I talk about like how much of the total budget allocation is particularly for the subsidies that we are getting under the food and under the fertilizers. Okay, so what should be the right answer? It's a 5% of the total, 6.5% of the total, 8.5% of the total, or 11%. Yeah, the right answer will be option question number 24. The right answer will be it is nearly 8.5% of the total. Okay, so if I talk about the subsidies that we are getting for food and fertilizer, so it is nearly 8.5% of the total budget expenditure. Okay, now for fiscal year 2025-26, the combined outlay on food and fertilizer subsidies is approximately. Although now we are having the budget of this year, we just discussed in our today's session related the points related to it. Okay, but I'm mentioning about the last year allocations because it was covered in the month of January 2026. That's why I'm discussing about it. And before going ahead, aspirants, connect with me on this Telegram to get the PDFs and the classes related information. Okay. So question is, what was the combined outlay for food and fertilizer subsidies for 2025-26? It was rupees 2.5 lakh crore, 3 lakh crore, 3.71 lakh crore, or 4.2 lakh crore. Yeah, A, B, C, D. So it is option number C, that is 3.71 lakh crore. Okay, it is 3.71 lakh crore. Okay, chalo. Next is which scheme incentivizes states to reduce chemical fertilizers uses by sharing subsidy savings? Okay. See, government is taking multiple efforts. Why? So that the farmers will start shifting towards the organic fertilizers. We just want to reduce the use of chemical fertilizers in our agriculture land because today definitely they will give us good results, but in the long term they are degrading our. They are letting all the they are taking all the nutrients from soil. They are reducing the natural power of the soil to remain fertile. Okay, so certain schemes are launched in this direction to reduce the chemical fertilizer uses, and that is by sharing subsidy savings. So, what particular scheme we are talking here? So, we are talking about PM Pranam. Okay, so that particular scheme is encouraging states to cut fertilizer use by sharing 50% of subsidy savings as grants. Okay, so government is coming ahead with the multiple initiatives to help the farmers to move in a specific direction and to get the good results in it. Right? Now, question number 27 is there. Project Dolphin is implemented under which ministry? So this was also in news, right? So you have to tell under which ministry this project was implemented. Under Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, Ministry of Jal Shakti, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Ministry of Earth Science. Yeah. Question number 27 is there. Yeah. Yes, sometimes it happen like you can give the right answer for the question by eliminating the other options mentioned there. Okay. It's a very good technique. We have to use it for the questions where multiple statements are there and there are multiple concepts involved. Elimination method works very well for these type of questions. Right? Yeah. For question number 27, the right answer is obviously it is launched by, it is implemented by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Okay. C is the right answer for the question. Right. Question number 28 is a second range wide dolphin surveys coordinated by. So why it was in news? Because we like I think it was in the year 2021 that first time we did the dolphin survey, and now we are moving ahead. Okay, we are about to do it for the second time. I'm not sure about this. Please refer the notes once. Okay. So this second range-wide dolphin survey is coordinated by which organization? National Biodiversity Authority, Geological Survey of India, Wildlife Institute of India, or Central Inland Fishery Research Institute. Yeah. The right answer for question number 28 will be there's nothing related with the inland fishery because we are not considering fish dolphins under this any such programs of fisheries specifically. Okay, the right answer is Wildlife Institute of India. Okay, so that is coordinated by Wildlife Institute of India and with the State Forest Department. Right. Another question. Yeah. So, Environmental Protection Fund utilizes penalties collected under which act? Okay, so there's a fund like if you are doing any harm to the nature, so penalties will be collected from, and these penalties will be utilized in like these penalties will be used as a fund for the different projects related to the nature. Okay, so the question is around this Environment Protection Fund utilize penalties collected under which act? Options are Wildlife Protection Act 1972, Forest Conservation Act 1980. The question is quite easy. Environment Protection Act 1986 or Biological Diversity Act 2002. So for sure, yeah. The right answer is Environment Protection Act 1986. Okay. So for 29C will be the right answer. So that is provided under Environment Protection Act and that is operationalized through rules notified in 2026 and this fund will be utilized. This penalty will be collected as a fund and it will be utilized for various environment related projects. Okay, to like for the during the implementations of various projects. Now, greenhouse gas emission intensity, that is GEI, greenhouse gas emissions intensity target amendment rules 2025 are significant because why they are significant? Because they are voluntary climate guidelines. They apply only to MSMEs. They're India's first legally binding industrial emission intensity rules because they replace the Paris Amendment Committee. Okay. So recently it was also in news. We had covered it in our weekly current affairs sessions. So why these rules are important? Like what kind of advantage these rules will give to our country? Because this is for the first time. This is for the first time our country is coming ahead with certain rules which are giving the legally binding industrial emission, like the companies who are associated with emitting these greenhouse gases, they have to there is a legal foundations. Okay, the penalties they have to pay, the specific tax they have to pay. Okay, so the C is the right answer. This is for the first time India is coming ahead with these kind of rules which are related with the greenhouse gas emissions. Okay, and that is linked to the carbon credit trading scheme. Okay, like the carbon sequestration projects and other things. Right now, so this is recently, like on the 26th of January, Republic Day, okay, this year Republic Day, there was a tableau that was representing a specific, a very peculiar type of camels, okay, which are carrying 250 kgs of loads, okay, and they are representing the Indian Army specifically. Okay, and these camels were known as Bactrian camels. Okay, they're uniquely adapted to which type of environment, like which type of climatic conditions they can survive in. Hot, sandy deserts only, tropical grasslands, cold and arid deserts, coastal saline plains. You guys will be, I'm sure that you guys will be able to answer the question because it is also covered. Yeah. Please tell what's the right answer for the question. Any idea, guys? It is, it's not hot sandy desert. It is cold and arid deserts. They are only found in the Ladakh region. Please go through the uh, theory like ARD current affairs sessions, weekly current affairs sessions. Okay, these camels are having a very thick furry fur like coat like cover on their body, and that allows them to survive in cold and arid desert conditions as well. They said though only found in extreme climatic conditions like ultra low temperature conditions of Ladakh in India. Okay, so do not go with the term camel. This particular types of camels and their names are also mentioned. Okay, there was two camels. I'm not calling the name. They were present during the Republic Day parade this year. Okay. Now, in India, the Bactrian camel is found only in Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim. Uh, it is in that Ladakh, Nubra valleys or Arunachal. So they're only found in the Nubra valleys of Ladakh. They are not found in any other location. Yeah. Yes, very good evening, Tofik. Very good evening to you. Right. So they are only found in the Nubra valleys of Ladakh and they are making it nationally significant. We are using them like uh, in the ancient text we discussed about during the silk trades. There was no such vehicles available. We need to trade with the help of the animals. We load like uh, the things on the camels or the animals, and that's how. That time also these camels were having a very significance. Okay, so they are very important. The right answer is option number C. Right, moving ahead. Yeah, you need to tell me what's the ICN status of these camels. Acha, please learn the scientific name because it is for sure can be asked. Like in the last year, there was a question around scientific name of goat, I think. So similarly, as these are in news, so definitely we can have the questions around them. So one is the name of wild bacterian camel, domesticated bacterian camel name is also mentioned in the notes. Okay, so it is Camelus ferus. The question is, what's their IUCN conservation status? It's vulnerable, endangered, critically endangered, or near threatened. So they are coming under the category of critically endangered, okay, by IUCN Red Data List, right? Now, another question. So this is from another important topic, right? So let's go ahead with question number 34. So question number 34 is saying like urban tap water coverage in India increased from 49% in the year 2011 to about 77% mainly due to. So which particular program or scheme worked in this direction so that urban tap water, like you are getting the potable or drinkable tap water. Okay. So under which mission? Jal Jeevan Mission Rural, Smart Cities Mission, Amrut and Amrut 2.0 or PMAY Urban. So they are coming under Amrut and Amrut 2.0. So Amrut started from year 2015 or Amrut 2.0 start from the year 2021 and they comes under the Ministry of Housing and Urban. Okay. Question number 35 is there. Under Amrut 2.0, the approximate total approved project cost is. So what's the total cost under this? Like that much amount we are using for making the tap water, drinkable tap water available to all the households in the urban areas specifically. So this cost is 83,470 crore, 1.25 lakh crore, 1.89 lakh crore, 2.10 lakh crore. Right answer it is 1.89 lakh crore. Okay, and that is focusing upon, and this is for like nearly 9,000 crore projects. Okay, and that is focusing on water security and reuse. Right. Smart and integrated fishing harbor sanctioned at Maya Bandar is located in. We just covered in the last, the last week of January 2026, we covered this news article. Like, as we are working in the direction to utilize the potential of our islands, okay, specifically the coastal areas for fishing sector developments. Okay, so we had sanctioned, like this government has sanctioned some funds to establish a harbor there. That is a smart and integrated fishing harbor, and that will be located at Maya Bandar. You have to tell where the Maya Bandar city is located. Okay, it's in Lakshadweep Island, South Andaman, Middle Andaman, North Sentinel Island. Yeah, it can create a confusion. Although I had shown you the location also, like we had given a map to you during the notes, and I told you like this particular district will be located here. Now the question is, what where the particular district is located? So it is located in the middle of Andaman Island. Okay, where it is located in the middle of Andaman Island. Okay, sure. And yeah, the fish handling capacity of this Maya Bandar smart fishing harbor is approximately like how much fish it can handle at a time. So it can handle, options are 45,000 tons per year, 68,000 tons per year, 9,900, so 4,500 tons per year, 6,800 tons per year, 9,900 tons per year, 12,000 tons per year. So it can handle approximately 9,900 tons of the fishes annually, and that will be with IoT enabled stream. Okay. Now, question number 38 is there. Solid waste management rules 2026 are notified under which act? And that is to manage the solid waste that we are producing on regular basis. So it will be implemented from 1st of April 2026. Okay. So you have to tell they are notified under which act? Solid Waste Act 2050, Environmental Protection Act 1986, Municipal Governance Act 1992, Biological Diversity Act 2002. Yeah, the right answer for the question will be, so they are notified under the same one that we had discussed before also. It is Environment Protection Act 1986. Okay, the right answer for the question will be option number B. Now, under the Solid Waste Management Rules 2026, waste segregation at source must be done into how many streams, like how many containers will be there for the segregation of the waste? 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you are attending the regular classes, you guys will be aware about it. So there will be the four ways to segregate the waste. Okay. Yeah, Arsi, there will be the four ways to segregate the waste. One is a dry waste, one is a wet waste, one is the sanitary napkins, and another one is the chemical waste or spatial care waste. Dry waste, wet waste, sanitary napkins, and the spatial care waste. And there are different ways to dispose the waste. Okay, whatever the wet waste or the organic waste that we are producing at our home, we need to utilize it at the resource only. Sanitary waste should be wrapped properly. Okay, then only we have to dispose them. Now, the Pancham initiative, which was launched in January 2026, is what is it? There is a specific initiative launched recently. So, it's a rural credit delivery system, it's a GIS based land record system, it's a WhatsApp based AI chatbots for panchayats, a climate advisory app for farmers. Yeah, I want to tell something about it. So what happened basically in the villages, if the sarpanch of the village is a woman, she is not going out of the village to handle any such meetings. Her husband or any other man member of the family, he will go and attend all these meetings. So this was a trend going. Like Pradhan Kon, there was a series also, web series also, which is mentioning about it. And with the web series, there was a collaboration of Ministry of Panchayat Raj to promote the women empowerment. Like at the grassroots level, if the women are the leaders or the serpents, they have to go ahead and attend all these meetings, right? And they should represent the women at the levels. Okay, so recently there is a specific AI chatbot is initiated. Okay, under this, women or another such individuals, they can attend it. They can be the part of these WhatsApp groups, and they can get the ground level realities. They can share the exact things there. That will help in developing more transparency in the system, how it is working. Okay, it's a Panchayat Assistance and Messaging Chatbot. Okay, and that is developed and launched by Ministry of Panchayat Raj, and it is to assist the rural local bodies so that they will work with more transparency. So that's all about. So in this manner, we had covered all the current affair related MCQs of January 2026. But still, if you have any doubt or query, please let me know in the comment box so that I'll make sure that your all doubts will be resolved on. Right? And you can be the part of this batch. Aspirants, if you are thinking to qualify or clear the NABARD grade examination, you can be the part of this batch. It will help you to cover all your questions on. Right? Ending the session for now. Thank you so much. Bye bye and take care.